So in this video presentation, we will now discuss quantitative research. So here, I will just give you first an overview about quantitative research, and later on, after the discussion of research processes, it will be discussed even further. So with the types, characteristics, advantages, disadvantages, and everything. So opposite to qualitative research, quantitative research make use of the measurable variables. So whenever we say measurable variables, these are variables that contain measurements. So one example of this is the zone of inhibition. Why? Because zone of inhibition can be measured. How? How can it be measured? By means of millimeters. Okay? So that is one of the main characteristics of quantitative research. It makes use of measurable variables. Also, quantitative research make use of statistics. Okay, statistics or statistical methods. Okay, statistical methods. So it makes use of statistics or statistical methods. Also, the data and the results gathered in this research. Okay, so one characteristic of quantitative research is that its data is expressed in the form of quantity. And whenever we say quantity, numbers. Okay, so it does not express data in word forms. Instead, it expresses data using quantities or numbers. So in quantitative research, it is said that it uses statistical methods, right? Okay, and examples of these statistical methods are as follows. So I will give you an example of statistical methods that can be used in quantitative research, especially in your SIP. So the first one, so the statistical methods, okay, that can be used. So the statistical methods that can be used in quantitative research are as follows. Number one, we have the ANOVA. So ANOVA is just the abbreviation of analysis of variance. So what is this ANOVA for? So ANOVA is used to test the significant difference, okay, between or among three or more groups of variables. Okay, three or more groups. So example, you derive a sample. So example, there is a population of 1,000, then you just only use a sample of 20. And this 20 will be subcategorized into three groups, A, B, and C. So when you have three groups, you can use the statistical method ANOVA. Okay? Now, another one is the t-test analysis. T-test analysis variance. So the t-test analysis variance test the significant difference. Take note, SD is the significant difference. Test the significant difference of two groups only. Okay? Two groups only. Okay? So that is the main essence of these two statistical methods. Now, where do we need these statistical methods? Why do we need statistical methods? So, statistical methods, okay, they are used to accept or reject the hypothesis. Okay? So, meaning to say, in quantitative research, okay, one characteristic of quantitative research is that it makes use of hypothesis. Okay? That is one of the characteristics of quantitative research. Okay. So, okay. The accepted hypothesis. So, Statistical methods are used to accept or reject hypothesis, right? Now, the accepted hypothesis will then derive your conclusion. Okay? So, when you accept the hypothesis, it will become the conclusion of your research. The accepted hypothesis is the conclusion of your research. Okay? Now, another characteristic of quantitative research is that we derive conclusions based only on the sample derived from the population. So, meaning to say, in quantitative research, we make use of sample sizes. So, the population, okay, which is the big letter N, okay, you only pick out samples in quantitative research to represent the whole population. Okay? And this derivation of conclusions based only the sample derived from the population will be known as inferential statistics. Okay? Inferential statistics. So, inferential statistics is the derivation of conclusions based only on the sample derived from the population. So, that is inferential statistics. Okay? So, in our next video presentation, we will now be discussing the two different kinds of hypothesis.